Everybody, give Liz. All of our care center partners are nervous, so let's give them love when they come up here, y'all. Have a good time.
All right. So, like you said, I am Liz. I run the Kitty and Pitty out of Macon. We're about an hour south of Atlanta. We started the Kitty and Pitty in 2016. It was mainly an advocacy group. We were just speaking up for those that didn't have a voice in our community. And I was told by a really good friend of mine to get up off my butt and start my own organization. That the Facebook page was too small, that it needed to be bigger. And so the Kitty and Pitty was born. And if I cry, just like don't look at me, okay? But our biggest thing was I got tired of not seeing my own face when I went out to do the work that I do. I got tired of my 20 years of experience in animal welfare being ignored because of the color of my skin and my fingernails and my earrings. I can't possibly know what I'm talking about. So we didn't want that to be the future. I don't want my daughter to go through that when she's a doctor. So we started the Kitty and Pitty, and our big thing is if we don't care for the people that have these pets, we're not doing the work. Because it just doesn't work like that. It's a real delay, sorry. I did push it, I promise. Maybe. All right, there we go. And what we do, we call it in-reach versus outreach because we are working in our communities. We deal mainly with the homeless community in Macon. They are insanely ignored by every other rescue group. They're looked down on, constantly told they shouldn't be pet owners because of their living situation, and that's just not true. A lot of the times these pets are keeping these people alive and grounded, and vice versa. So we currently support 3 camps. It's about 150 people. Right now there are 8 pets that we've been allowed to interact with. We have our Neighbors in Need, which is a seasonal outreach we do that is open to absolutely anybody. We do supplies, clothing, food. If they need it, we figure out how to get it to them. And then we are also a licensed rescue. We do focus on the pit bull breed and kittens. That just seems to be our wheelhouse. There's 100 of them. So that's where we do. We are at a 20 animal capacity. We filled up overnight. Go figure. We are one of the only rescues in Macon that takes guinea pigs, rabbits, ducks. Animal control no longer takes them in. So when those calls come in, I get that phone call. So we've got rabbits, we've got ducks. If you want to adopt it, I probably have it, so come look at our page. Everybody should add a rabbit to their family. Yeah, we do it all. Yeah, everybody gets a rabbit. And you get a duck. I have white ducks and black ducks and green ducks. I have all kind of ducks. Some of our success stories, most recently was Coco. She was removed from a DV situation. Her mother's life and her life was being threatened. The dad didn't want the puppies. Mom came to me in tears. She actually lives at one of our homeless camps. So we kind of took her in on a whim. She went into labor, had 7 puppies that are now in our rescue. If anybody's looking for a puppy, they're adorable. They're about 3 months old. Please. But we were able to work with Mom to get her out of that situation and get her separated from the man that was threatening the violence. We try to work really closely with Bibb County Sheriff's Department to be 100% transparent with them that we're dealing with a very sensitive community. We have to tread lightly, but they've so far been really good. Coco is now back with her mom, thank goodness, and Mom is in a much safer situation. Our food donation program has served over 2,000 human meals and about 3,000 pounds of pet food. Anybody can message us at any given time. They need dog food, cat food, rabbit food, and we deliver. We don't ask questions. I don't ask you to prove how poor you are. to get any of our help, we just offer it. There are community fridges in Macon that we routinely fill. It's a big thing for my kids that like to, it's an easy way for them to give back and for their friends to give back is to fill the fridge. Diogi and his sister are two of the 8 dogs that we support. Yeah, he's a mess. He's actually, that's my daycare. I run a doggy daycare, so he stops by to see me every day. But him and his sister both belong to Coco's mother as well. We were able to spay, neuter, get them on yearly preventatives, the whole deal. Thank goodness to Maddie's Fund, that grant saved our life. We are currently building bridges with the other pet owners. It's hard to come into this community and say, give me your dog so I can take it away from you and do something to it, and I promise I'll bring it back. Because they've been burned so many times by people coming in and wanting to save the day, and it's really just kind of a scam to get the dog away from them. So slowly but surely, we will get those other 5 dogs. We're dealing with people with mental health issues, substance abuse issues, and it is a slow process to build those bridges. But we're doing really good, and we are spaying, even if we spay 1 every 6 months. It's something. And knowing that those people know that they can come back to me, and Liz is a safe place, she's okay, we can bring her kittens and whatever else, and she's not going to take them away from, that's not mine. I didn't touch that. I'm just not going to touch that remote. Let's get that rid of it.
Are there other things that you know?
We do. We offer, with our clinic that we work with, our veterinary clinic, that doctor has been amazing at helping us kind of offer a lower cost option for people that want to have their animals fixed, that may not be a part of the homeless community that we serve, that do need things like vaccines and spay neuter. And she's been really good with working with us. She recently got set up with the scratch pay, and there's another one that just lets them break those payments up because, you're looking at $300, $400 to fully vet an animal on cheaply. So she's been great at. It's nice to have her there that we can say, go see her, let her know that we sent you, if some of our budget needs to help you cover this cost. So we do that too. Our barriers to growth, we are insanely small in Macon. There are 3 of us, and we work like crazy. The fact that we are relatively new in the space, we are brown. We do not get the shine that some of the other Macon organizations get. We often get kind of dismissed, because, again, what we look like, I make no apologies for how loud I am. I make no apologies for the noise my jewelry makes and my fingernails, and I refuse. I have lived in that code switching bubble for years, trying to fit into white animal welfare organizations, and it's not my place. I made my place so that there's space for other people to come into. But that's a big thing for us. Thank you. But pulling those funders away from organizations that they've been donating to for 20 years is insanely hard. I swear I didn't touch it. On top of, we kind of started growing right after COVID. Nobody has any money. People barely can pay their bills. So to ask somebody, give us $100, it's a big ask. Funding it's a huge ask. We're like 1 back, no. We're 1 back, yeah. Yeah, we need to go, I didn't touch it to go back. Let's go ahead and touch it. That's the one we should be on. You got a quick glimpse of the barriers, just keep that in mind. And as well as partnerships, I don't know all the people that I need to talk to. I don't even know the kind of people I need to talk to. And that's one of the things that C.A.R.E has been like a godsend for, because I don't have those relationships. I'm just me, you know. I don't know people that want to give to organizations like this. And James and Jen have just been unreal in saying, here are the tools that you need, you know, follow this map and it will at least get you close to where you want to be. So those are our biggest things, is building those connections, especially because a lot of people, the people they're used to giving to, don't look like me. So I kind of just get fluffed to the side so they can give, you know, Becky and everybody else what they want, because they're safe and they're comfortable, and we aren't always seen as that. So those are our biggest issues. I think I pushed it. There we go. Our continued growth plan. Our end of the day, super dream, if money wasn't an issue, we would love to be on the same level as like the Amisa House, for those of you who are in Georgia. We know that a lot of people do not enter the programs they need to enter because there's a dog at home. Macon has a center called the Brookdale Warming Center, and it's kind of like the Amisa House. It's a transitional program, helps get people off the streets. And I personally know people that will not go into it. What are they going to do with their dog for 6 months? You know, and that's a big ask to tell people, well, just, you know, you need to work on you. But we would love to be that. Your dog comes here, there's no cost to you. You go through your program, be it the DV shelter in Macon or the Brookdale Warming Center or a substance abuse program. We will take care of your animals. When you're done, they go back to you. No questions asked. So that is our dream, to have the halfway house. I would also probably move all our rescue animals out there, just saying, get them out of my living room. And to support that work with the doggy daycare. I've been working in that field too. It's the best job in the world, easiest job in the world. We would love to have a mobile pet food pantry. Macon has some pet food pantries, but they are in the middle of nowhere, 20 minutes off of a bus route, and the people that really need this help don't always have the ability to jump in their car and drive over there and get it. You're not carrying 40 pounds of dog food back to your house on the bus. It's just not happening. So we would love to be able to have that option to deliver on a monthly or a bi-weekly basis to get the food, to the people that need it. I would never want pet food to be the reason that someone gave up their best friend. And right now, especially, that is a huge issue for people who are deciding, do I pay my power bill or do I go buy dog food? And it really does come down to that a lot. We, of course, want to continue to provide the assistance to these families that need the help. Financial strain should never be the reason that you have to give up your animals. Like, we want to erase that. Take that out of the equation, and it makes a huge difference. So that is my spiel. I don't think there's another slide. That's one of those puppies, if anybody's interested. That one's mine. You can't have that one. But that's one of them. If you would like one, please take. I've got 5 more that look just like this.
Thank you, Liz. Liz.